Hi, Patreon friends. I had a request for more, head painting, proportions of the head, planes, locations of features. So we're going to do that today. But real quick, I had a question about this demo acid-free drawing paper. I used my ultramarine. Okay, so that hopefully answers that. Already I realize I have over 190 posts on my Patreon. So I'm going to start keeping a list, and then I'll just make pages. And head painting, there are things I have memorized. I have a more developed head. I did this from life, so there's everything in here. The getting started with just kind of pre-planning your palette. Here are just some pages where I'll do one of these quickly and show you this and just the simple things I have memorized. I do a lot in these sketchbooks. Same thing here. In order to place these, I have these things memorized and I know where to start looking for it. I made something more graphic, gestural, fashiony, a little more color. I was a fashion illustrator. There's heart shapes, there's square. I'm very oval, long and oval. Even when I do a head that's a little more developed or just a few marks, I draw from memory these classic proportions, and then I know the vicinity. It's somewhere here. Is it a little above, a little below? And then sometimes I just pull out some reference and play. And so this is what I'm going to do today. I did this some time ago as a post. Thought, well, I'll do gouache, coupled with a limited palette of acrylics, wonderful pastels. Let's start with, that is a John Asaro, and you can still get these. Here's another view. So these sit up on a shelf, and because this is fragile. This is plaster. Here are some simplified ones. Same John Asaro. So I'm going to show you that. I either like to work really simply and graphic, like those. This one was done in oil. We will start with this gal because she's angled. My very favorites, Princeton, Velvet Touch, just a lighter version of the other. I usually have burnt umber or raw umber in this well. This gal, she has an angle to her head, and I'm just going to simply go down like this. So what I have memorized is take this and divide this into thirds. A lot of people will start with a circle. This runs here, so that means the axis on this runs like this. Then go down to the next third. This is going to be where the bottom of the nose, the bottom of the mouth will rest on that, just like a shelf. Remember, everything's in the vicinity because you could get in a whole room of people and just all these very different looks, and yet they all look normal. You're just going to have fun with her hair. Into my intuition, Peggy's taken over and cover up all these marks. You'll be able to refer to these. Hairline, brow. So there's the circle in here, and those eyes are about one eye width apart. Then I'm going to add some white, and those are really simplified bits of information. That's just using these proportions and just relying on them to get a natural looking face.